Guys, give me one sec, because I'm an idiot, and I decided to turn off the stream before doing any interviews for either teams. And of course, I got requested to do one as soon as I turned off the stream. I've turned it back on as soon
Guys,
as
give me one
the
sec,
old one ended.
because I'm an idiot.
Whoops, and I left the volume up in the old stream. So give me one sec, guys. I'm just trying to connect to first of all the Libby from Hot Singles. If I can just get him into a call Discord. Be a sec, guys. I'll be interviewing both teams, by the way. I'll try and get somebody from French Toast Mafia as well. First time doing an interview, guys, so please forgive me if the questions are ridiculously dumb, because I'm pulling them out of, pulling them off the top of my head. I'll be a second. I'm trying to get him in the Discord channel, and we'll go from there. Give me one sec, guys.
Hello, captain of Hot Singles.
Yeah, that is Riz, the captain of Hot Singles in your area, speaking. Can you hear us?
Yeah, sorry, I can hear you guys. Yeah. Give me one sec, guys. So hold on, I've got Royus. Who else have I got here?
I have
You've
no
actually
clue
got
who this
Libby.
kid is.
Oh,
I
that's
gotta
Libby.
change his name. Yep,
All right,
I think
sweet.
it's captain only, Evan. You gotta go.
you're right.
All right,
See you
guys.
later.
Well, I'll ask some questions. First time interviewing, guys, so forgive me if the questions are a bit silly, but I'm gonna bring them up off the top of my head. So I've got Sir Royus here and Libby from Hot Singles in the area, guys. First of all, how do you feel beating the top team in your division?
We're not actually even the top team in our division.
No.
Captain.
Beating the top team.
Beating the top team in our division. That was hard. I mean, no offense to the other teams we played, but the games were not nearly as long or as hard. Like it just felt difficult. I like heart was racing. I knew that there was a chance I lose. In the other games, I don't get nearly as nervous. So that was like definitely a preview of the playoffs. If the top of every group is that good, then this is going to be. I'm going to have a heart attack for this finish.
Well, I'll tell you what, I wanted to ask specifically about the draft. So I believe, Libby, you are the one that is the mastermind behind these drafts. What goes through your head when you're drafting these ridiculous meme drafts that everyone loves to watch?
So pretty much everybody, like every draft that I begin with is abjectly idiotic, like every single time. Because what I want to do is I'll think of something like, oh, that's cool, like Huskar and reducing magic resistance. Okay, and then we have an Elder Titan and like an Ancient Apparition and a Skywrath Mage, and the whole thing makes no sense to lane, and like it's just horrible. And then after we lose about 50 pubs, and I've been flamed sufficiently, eventually something that makes sense laning wise like appears out of the ether, and then that's what we end up going into the final game with, hopefully. So usually it's just like you come up with some stupid idea, and then you just maximum retard that until it's good.
Royce, being a teammate of Libby, how do you feel about the drafts?
Paul?
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
This mic got cut off. What did you say?
I said being a teammate of Libby and having to play these drafts out. How do you feel about the drafts that are being chosen for the team?
I usually like them, but that Huskar one-shot roast draft, everyone on the team except for Evan hated it. which is Libby, and we kept saying don't do it. And if we were gonna do it, we were gonna change some of the heroes. We were planning on having an Elder Titan, but Evan just went ahead and picked the heroes anyway, and our entire team was pissed off at him and flaming him.
During practicing this,
We
I
were just
actually
really
owe a
angry.
player $20 in order for him to pick Huskar. They were screaming like, "Don't pick Huskar! Do not pick Huskar!" It was like, "I'll pick it." I was like, "If you pick Huskar, we'll give you $20." Boom.
We lose
Got
almost every pub using that.
it. We have won one pub, and we've probably played around a dozen.
Well, I'll tell you what.
That's a success rate enough for me to pick it.
Well, there was a stat in Echo League. Apparently, there's only been 2 Husker picks, and he has a 0% win rate. So you guys turned it around. He now has 33.3% win rate in Echo League. So congratulations on that. You won 2 things.
We've saved Huskar. Huskar is now confirmed a good hero this patch. Should
The
be first pick.
Bloodseeker. Evan was originally making me go Ag's Bloodseeker, which I really hated, and then it switched to Dagon Bloodseeker. And this game, I didn't even ask him what I was going to
I
go with, and I just
expected a Dagon.
went with the normal build because I really didn't to do any of his plans.
Well, I'll tell you what. That was probably one of the most exciting games I've ever watched. There's nothing quite like watching Roshan get blown up in one hit. It was
Like 4 times. Oh, poor guy.
Well,
That's the
Yeah,
only cool
honestly,
part. Though.
the Roche control of the draft is pretty insane. Like, there was no chance for the other team to effectively secure map control. Like, they were never going to have that because it's just too quick. Every time it spawned, we had it on the dot. So I feel like that's the actual strength there. Of course, one-shotting their hard carry is helpful, but the securing the Roche is very good in my opinion.
and
So I
and,
mean,
and finally, did you guys? I mean, at the end of game 2, it looked like the French Toast was going to turn it back around, because they did have
I think.
Yep.
Continue, sorry.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
going to say they had the late start. They had the later draft. Like they were going to be better in late game. So did you?
pretty much all of us disagreed with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were all pretty convinced that we had the late game between the Slardar and the Bloodseeker. I feel like because people run Slardar as a 4 this patch, they forget that he's actually a carry hero and has been a carry hero the whole time. I mean, once he has a Satanic and stuff, I consider him to be as good late game, as especially against a Drow, something like a Drow. But what you were saying about when they were about to turn it around, I was holding the buyback. Our Shadow Shaman player, Yoshi Yo Yo Yo, very good Shadow Shaman player. In fact, the best.
Oh, extremely good.
What he said was their Drow is on autopilot. She will feed us. He said that immediately as I got picked off. Like as all the buybacks happened and we lost the team fight, he said the Drow is on autopilot. She's going to feed us. And then as soon as she walked up to hit the tower, he force staffed her forward and grabbed him with the shackles. And I was like, he's in people's heads. It's crazy. It's Shadow Shaman Master.
My goodness, the predicts. I mean, it was beautiful. It was beautiful to watch. You guys got any shout outs before I go?
Shout out to Dan. He's Era, and
He's also been Dan.
yeah,
I sing songs about Dan that he doesn't appreciate.
no one does.
They mostly consist of the name Dan. Mo, like every member of the team, every member of French Toast Mafia, they have been the most fun people to talk to in the Echo League Discord. Like they're super active. It's great stuff. I love to mess with them. I hope they like to mess with me. Every team that we've played in the group stages, this has been one, and especially the admins, this has been like the most well-run amateur thing I've ever been a part of. Great people. Awesome people.
Oh,
Great casters.
Oh, thank you. That certainly
And
is.
shout out to Chaos Knight.
Well, guys, I'm probably gonna do an interview with with one of the guys from the other team as well, to
I'd like
obviously
to hear that.
even things
Yeah,
out.
I'll be listening.
So look, thanks guys for participating in this. Best of luck in the future, and obviously congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, give me one sec, guys. I'm gonna try and find somebody from the other team. I'll be a moment.
Hey,
Yo.
yo,
All right, so now I've got Dr. Toffee from French Toast Mafia. First of all, how are you doing, sir?
pretty good. Little down, but it's not bad. Those are two really good games.
Well, as I understand it, this is the well, not only the first game, but the first series lost for French Toast Mafia in this whole league.
Yes, it is.
So I imagine you
Uh,
must be feeling yeah, you must be feeling a bit down about it.
yeah, a little bit, but we don't. We're taking this as learning. Like you learn more from losses than you do from wins. All that stuff. It's a learning experience. Like we knew coming in, we had first place locked up mathematically, so we weren't too confused. We weren't too concerned. Sorry.
Well, I mean, I was gonna ask, like, so like, you've been undefeated, and then you came across this team today who clearly draft really out of the ordinary. How did you feel in the drafting stages? Like, how did your team feel? Like, was it confusing to see what they were choosing?
It was it was a little confusing, yeah. Like I I stayed up last night looking at some of their drafts. I just couldn't like I didn't see one hero that I could pick that'd be like, "Oh, we can pick this and we'll win." But it we just tried to go for what worked with us in the past, and we almost did it in the second game, but there were a couple mistakes and that cost us in the end.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, at the end of the day, like, you guys still did pretty darn well. Both games were very close. And like me and my co-caster, we were under the impression that because the series was lost 2-0, we thought that the hot singles they'd be at the number one spot, but apparently you guys had it locked up anyway. So at the very least, you guys still go to the playoffs as the number one team in your division, which is still pretty darn good.
Yeah, we were like like what I was saying. It's not we're not too beat up over it. We're going to take this learning experience coming into practices this week. We're going to be focusing on what we did wrong, what we did right, and basically one of the problems we had was you probably saw it there in the first game when we started losing. We started splitting up and taking bad fights. So working together more as a team and our communication struggles at points, but we're focusing on that.
No, definitely. And I mean, being that this is like the only series you've lost, is this the team you're going to be looking like? Are you guys dying for a kind of like a rematch?
Yeah, we are. We may try to come up with our own meme drafts if we can.
Well, I was about to ask, like, without giving too much away, was there anything in particular you're going to do for these next games? But you're saying probably go for like some kind of really cheesy memey draft for the
Oh
next
yeah,
games.
like some form of absolutely ridiculous push or something like that. Just something that it, people just bash their heads against the keyboards. Like this shouldn't be working. How is this working? Why are we losing to this?
I mean, this Husker Pugner we saw, like, did you feel like with the Roshans you couldn't contest them because it was dying in one hit?
Well, we had no idea how fast it was dying. There was only one time where we actually saw them go into Roche, and we just figured like it was that late in the game where Roche dies quickly anyways. Like until I was just watching the previous interview, until you said like, yeah, you're one-shotting Roche. I never realized they were doing that. We just thought they're taking it fast with the starter.
Yeah, I reckon. Watch the replay because literally the one life break, the Roche was dying every single time. Like it was
Oh, jeez.
ridiculous to watch. Yeah, and we were just sitting there going, "Well, how are they going to contest this?" Because they've got no time. There's no chance to do it.
Yeah. No, it's just impossible. Like they're just in and out.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, have you got any shout outs at the end of the day to anybody?
Uh, let's see. Shout out to Quintinity. I think he's watching right now. He's our sub for the game, and uh, shout out to Fredison as well. Just a friend helps with drafts occasionally. And shout out to you actually for this cast.
Oh, thank
It
you.
was awesome. We haven't had too many casters through the round robin, but it was awesome.
I appreciate that. Look, I do look forward, and I'm sure everybody watching looks forward to your next matchup with Hot Singles. I definitely know I mean, even if I'm working, if I get requested to do the game, I'll be taking time off for it because it's just so damn exciting.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it too. I think that like those were the most. That game 2 was the most exciting game of Dota I played in a really long time.
Look, thank you very much for you guys requesting this cast. Doc Toffee, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, it's been great being here. Thanks for the cast once again.
No worries. I'll see you next time.
Yeah, see ya.
All right, guys. It's been Michael Phoenix. I appreciate both teams for offering to do interviews. Obviously, we saw two very amazing games. Very exciting, and I literally do mean I will take time off to cast the next games if requested to do so. Because you just don't get games like that between two teams like this, and especially when there's a promise of meme drafts coming in from both teams next game. How can you say no to that? How can you say no? So, look, guys, it's been Michael Phoenix. I'll probably cast a few games later on, so if you do enjoy, consider following me on the Twitch channel, YouTube, and the socials like Twitter. Otherwise, I hope you guys have an amazing day ahead. Thank you very much for watching.